All right, we're at this Missouri River overflow pond. You have to like climb down a mountain to get here, but that's okay because we have this nice little spot here. It's pretty deep, so we're gonna launch some baits and see what we can get. We got this nice little dead shiner on here. I'm gonna toss it as far as we can that way. I'd rather be like in the center of the pond, really, than the peripheries, but I don't really have a choice because this is the only part that's public land and it's the only part I can reach. It's not super deep, but should actually garner some interest. I saw some fish splashing, so I know there are fish here, and I think it's muddy bottom. All right, I got a nibble on my worm. Could have just been a gar though, so I have a cut bait out and a worm out. The pond is really shallow, at least a good ways over there. I can't reach the far side of that pond, so I'm not really sure if it's deep over there, but at least on this side, it is not very deep, probably 2-3 feet deep at the most. So we're gonna throw this little shaker bait out there and hopefully we can actually get something, because right now the baits aren't getting much. The thing about this pond though, there's a lot of minnows, so there's plenty of bait for a bigger predator. It's just that did one get washed in here from the Missouri? Because I know the Katy does actually flood once the Missouri reaches a certain stage, and obviously it doesn't take much for kind of like Missouri water to pour through those pipes, and I know they've been pouring through lately because the Missouri has been high. Look at that, that pole's bending like crazy. And it's swimming on. Pretty sure it's still on. So we're gonna tighten it and see if we can get, all right, we got something. Oh, it didn't let go yet, that's good. It's on. It's still on, I think it's a gar though. Still on, whatever it is. If it's a gar, it should let go soon. But it hasn't let go yet, which gives me some hope. I think it's probably a gar. Oh, no, is it a gar? No, it's a catfish. Channel gothlefish. Ate an entire bluegill. Channel catfish. All right. We got a fish, folks. We got a fish. I like that. Maybe they're starting to come in now, but that was one of the few bluegills I had. All right, channel gothlefish. Nice fish for this pond. Channel gothlefish. Not bad, not bad, not a gar. And during the day, can't wait until dusk, because like the other side of the pond is way deeper, but all the bait fish and minnows are on this side of the pond. So at dusk, they should all come into the shallows to feed. All right, gothlefish. There you go. Set you down in the water. Yeah, he's having a little bit of a hard time to react, and there it goes. Channel gothlefish. Very nice. All right, let's actually throw this back where it was. Got a shiner on here that time, but it doesn't actually matter what kind of cut bait I have. As long as I have a lot of cut bait, I should be good for a fish. There we go. I think they're gonna start to really come in the shallows in an hour or so. Hopefully we can get like a really big one, if there is a really big one in this pond, which there might be. Look at my pole go. Look at that pole. I got another fish, I believe. It could just be another cat. This one seems to be bigger, although it does not feel super big. I am gonna run out of cut bait very soon. I hope that's not a turtle, but I don't think it is, by the way it took the pole and by the way it bent the pole. Is this a flathead? It's not really fighting like a channel would, but it's hard to say. It is a bigger fish, I believe. Could be a bass too, you know. Bass, I mean, as much as people like largemouth bass, they're actually pretty poor fighters, but this one is heavy, so if it's a bass, it's a really big one. I don't think it's a bass though. It would have jumped out of the water by now 100% if it was. It's fighting like a flathead, but I don't think I've ever seen a flathead being reported in this pond. I think a gar, unless it's like wrapped on the mouth, would have actually let go by now, but it could be a gar that's wrapped on the mouth. I don't think so though. Surfacing, I don't think it's huge, but it's got some power to it. It's a fish. It's ate my cut bait, so is that a, what is that? Asian carp, nope, that's a catfish. I think it's a catfish. Oh, it's a bigger channel, nice. Channel catfish, there's a lot of them here. There's a lot of channels here. It's a hefty one. It's got some power to it too. Eating the cut bait like crazy, man. Eating the cut bait like crazy. That's a good like 6-7 pounder. Yeah, it's a nice one. Look at that head, it's huge. That might be a 10-pounder. Maybe the biggest channel I've caught in Missouri, because Missouri doesn't have big channels. Channel guttlefish. Very, very nice. Pretty nice. 7.3. Not a giant, but a huge head. Channel catfish, 7.3 pounds. I think that is the biggest channel catfish I've caught in Missouri. 7.3. Obviously I've caught like once 3 times the size in Wisconsin, but Missouri doesn't seem to have big channels. This guy's biting me, so I'm just gonna let him go. There he is. There he goes. There he goes. Pretty big channel. See ya, fish. See ya. That thing bit the bejesus out of me. I hope there's bigger ones in here, because that one wasn't bad. But, you know, they can get a lot bigger than that. And I'm hoping there's like a flathead or a blue, which is definitely possible in the pond. And it's possible, I know, because that outlet goes straight to the Missouri River. And I think there's another outlet on that side. So hopefully we get a bigger one as the day winds down. So far, today has been dominated by catfish, a couple of gar bites. I'm really hoping like a bass or like a wiper or something would really bite one of my bottom baits, or maybe that worm under a bobber over there. Because I haven't caught one of those. I mean, largemouth I caught plenty of, but I haven't caught a wiper here, and I think they might be here because this is an offshoot of the Missouri. I know there's white bass here, and I wouldn't mind catching a small one for bait. Surprised I haven't gotten any carp bites in this pond. Usually places like this are full of those stupid things. But I guess like here, the Asian carp have basically outcompeted the common carp. Now I'm gonna try to bobber my little tiny bobber with a piece of worm near that wood branch. I want some little bluegill bait, and I don't really know where the tiny bluegills are in this pond. I know they exist. One of them's nipped at my worms before, so they're here. I just don't know where they are. Speak of the devil, I just got one. All right, that's a good live bait, unless he's deep hooked it, and I think he did actually deep hook it, so might just have to be cut. Yeah, he's gonna be cut bait. He's pretty dead. There we go, bluegill. Nice, nice. Weird, I got bites like an hour ago, but I can't get any bites now. And you think like, with it being dusk and all, you know, this would be the time of the day where catfish are most active. I see a bunch of splashes on the water, but I think those are like gar or bait fish. But this should be the time where fish come into the shallows and feed, or here or at night. So I'm hoping for a big one soon. But yeah, the whole catfish feed at dark thing doesn't seem to work so well in Missouri. Works well in Wisconsin though. All right, someone's shooting off fireworks. That is very annoying. But something's also got this bait. It's a gar, isn't it? I think so. Could be not a gar, but I think it's a gar. Is it still on though? Yeah, I think it's still on. Yeah, did I actually get it this time? I think I did. Oh no, it got off. Dang it! I took my gill too. No good. That was a live gill, people. Stole a bluegill. And that's how the rest of the night went too, actually. Just gars stealing all my bait. I'm right here on the Missouri right now, and been an hour, no bites. That's the difference between Missouri, fishing on the Missouri and the Wisconsin. If I throw a worm out on the Wisconsin, I'll at least get some freshwater drum within like a couple of minutes. Whereas here, absolutely no bites for like ever. Oh, there was a big fish splashing right there, but that's probably an Asian carp, and they don't really bite. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. At least I caught those 2 catfish, caught a couple of bluegills, lost a lot of bluegills to gars, but that overflow pond's actually okay. But I think the best time to fish it is actually mid-afternoon and not after dark. So hope you like this episode. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button, and I will be back in the next adventure. Hopefully I can get 1 or 2 more in Missouri.